Hey, this is Dodger and you're watching my show. So last night I'm like laying on the ground with my snacks and my little drink, and I had my pillow and my blankie, and I was just playing Red Dead Redemption, right, just so in it. And I hate that moment when you're laying on your stomach where your ribs start to hurt. So you're like, okay, I'll just get another blanket and put it under my ribs and it'll totally solve the problem. It alleviates the problem, but it never like fixes it. You never feel fully comfortable after the ribs have been harmed. Can't I just enjoy my single person slumber party with video games? So for gaming news, so you know how there's the new look for Dante and Devil May Cry? So apparently, people feel so strongly about this and about how upset they are that Dante looks all like emo and has dark hair and is younger and whatever else, that they've started getting death threats about it. Homies, if you are sending death threats because you're upset over the new Devil May Cry look, you need hobbies. Other hobbies. Hobbies that aren't death threats. Fortunately, it sounds like they're just kind of like, wow, so that happened. I guess we'll just move on. It does make me wonder how often game developers get death threats about games. Like, how many people take it that seriously? They're hoping that once they put out more gameplay and people see more of the actual game and how it works and the fighting and all of that, that they'll feel better about it, which it seems like so far they have pulled some people over to their side. People that were originally like, oh, I'll never play that game. Did you see how Dante looks? Ugh. Guys, I know this is gonna like totally blow your mind, but awesome glam rock gun toters probably don't come out of the womb that way. I'm kind of excited to see like what their depiction is of young Dante, and I'd be really excited to see if we see him turning in to older Dante throughout the progress of the game. And as long as he loves pizza, don't care. Moving on, if you are as excited about Darkness 2 as I am, you'll be stoked to know you can now pre-order it on Steam. $49.99, but you also get a free upgrade to the limited edition, which is pretty sweet. The first Darkness game is so good. I might have to get that again. I stood in line for a while to play the Darkness 2, and then I just got so bored because the line was so long. Then it feels like one of those days where only half of what I'm saying makes sense, even to me, which is probably a bad sign for this entire episode, but we're gonna just push on. Are you ready for the best piece of news ever? So, at E3 2012, they are going to showcase not only the Xbox 720, but also the PS4. It's gonna be really interesting to me to see what they've been working on and to see like how the systems are shaping up, although most people aren't really ready to move on to a new system yet, especially from Sony. Like, a lot of people are still really ingrained with the PS3, and sometimes, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, sometimes if I buy a new platform like right off the bat, then I wind up just playing the old one for a while because there aren't that many games out yet. Regardless, apparently they're not even slated to come out in 2012, neither system. But the PS4 is slated to be better, like in terms of the system and the graphics, than the 720, which I think makes Microsoft go, and they're probably gonna change a few things before they actually come out. Not so much for Sony, but Xbox users have been waiting around for a new platform or even inklings of a new platform for a while. So it's very cool that we're gonna see both. We're going to be able to compare and watch both, unless they schedule their times at the same time, which I'm getting so sick of companies doing that. Do I go see Nintendo or do I go see Sony? I apparently have to pick one because they wanted to be buttheads and schedule their stuff at the same time. That's great, that's awesome. Either way, not gonna get first generation of either of these systems because seems like typically things go awry with the first attempt, although I don't have a backwards compatible PS3. So, in some ways, buying in early is good. So guys, hypothetically, if they scheduled them at the same time and you could only see the showcase either for the PS4 or for the Xbox 720, which one would you go see and why? I'm always far more interested in Sony products just because their games are typically more relevant to my interests, so I would probably wind up going to see the PS4. Let's be honest, but I would be very interested in both, so it would be hard. I would hope that they would not schedule them at the same time. Anywho, that is my show. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a positive or a negative response, feel free to leave it in my comment section, and if you want to have coffee with me, you can click where I put the annotation and it'll take you to my other channel. But otherwise, I hope that you guys had an awesome day and an awesome weekend, and I will talk to you again on Monday. Okay, bye-bye. Mwah.